Hi, it's Mr. Johnston. Here we are at the end of second grade, and it's been a long and kind of challenging year. We've had some interesting challenges moving online, and suffice it to say, I'll never forget this year. In particular, one thing that stands out to me is how the Olympic Hills community continues to stand together and find ways to support each other through everything that has come our way. With this in mind, I want to speak to one of the Olympic Hills values that's been on my mind lately, and that is we say something. If something is unfair or if something someone isn't being treated fairly, we need to say or do something. And today I feel that I need to say something. My plan had been to read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or at least the first chapter, to you guys. As you know, this is one of my very favorite books of all time, and I love sharing it with kids. But recently, the author of those books, JK Rowling, has made some comments that are damaging and frankly dangerous for people who are transgender, and in particular, transgender women, or people who were born with body parts or doctors that told them they were boys, but knew in their hearts that they were girls. I don't believe that Ms. Rowling intended to hurt or to damage transgender women with her statements. However, I do believe that statistics show the impact of statements such as hers that invalidate the experience and identity of transgender women lead to higher amounts of violence against transgender women, especially transgender women of color, already the most likely identity to suffer violence. So, with that in mind, I hope that someday JK Rowling will open her mind and maybe change her stance. I also know that for now, I'm not sure how I feel about Harry Potter or what role that will have in my life going forward. I do know, however, that I cannot, in good faith, share the work of someone whose words and platform are being used in a way that is damaging and dangerous to people who are already severely impacted by violence and hate. So, instead of reading from those books, today I will be sharing the story of a transgender girl named Jazz Jennings. In fact, Jazz Jennings will be telling you her story herself, along with Jessica Herthel in the book I Am Jazz. One thing I want to note is that the truth is I don't know how to feel about a lot of this. I was born with a lot of privilege. I am a boy, a white boy, who was born knowing he was a boy and told he was a boy. I have a lot of privilege, and I can't speak to the experience of people who weren't born with that privilege and that protection. So, without saying any more, I'm going to let Jazz tell her story. I Am Jazz by Jessica Herthel and Jazz Jennings. I am Jazz. For as long as I can remember, my favorite color has been pink. My second favorite color is green. Here are some of my other favorite things: soccer, swimming, makeup, and pretending I'm a pop star. Most of all, I love mermaids. Sometimes I even wear a mermaid tail in the pool. My best friends are Samantha and Casey. We always have fun together. We like high heels and princess gowns, or cartwheels and trampolines. But I'm not exactly like Samantha and Casey. And here's Jazz over here. I have a girl brain and a boy body. This is called transgender. I was born this way. When I was very little, my mom would say, "You're such a good boy." I would say, "No, Mama, good girl." At first, my family was confused. They'd always thought of me as a boy. As I got a little older, I hardly ever played with trucks or tools or superheroes, only princesses and mermaid costumes. My brother told me this was girl stuff, but I kept right on playing. My sister says I was always talking to her about my girl thoughts and my girl dreams, and how one day I would be a beautiful lady. She would giggle and say, "You're a funny kid." Sometimes my parents let me wear my sister's dresses around the house, but whenever we went out, I had to put on my boy clothes again. This made me mad. Still, I never gave up trying to convince them. Pretending I was a boy felt like telling a lie. Then, one amazing day, everything changed. Mom and Dad took me to meet a new doctor who asked me lots and lots of questions. Afterwards, the doctor spoke to my parents, and I heard the word transgender for the very first time. That night, at bedtime, my parents both hugged me and said, We understand now. Be who you are. We love you." This made me smile and smile and smile. Mom and Dad told me I could start wearing clothes. I could start wearing girl clothes to school and growing my hair long. They even let me change my name to Jazz. Being Jazz felt much more like being me. Mom said that being Jazz would make me different from the other kids at school, but that being different is okay. What's important, she said, is that I'm happy with who I am. Being Jazz caused some other people to be confused, like the teachers at school. At the beginning of the year, they wanted me to use the boys' bathroom and play on the boys' team in gym class, but that didn't feel normal to me at all. I was so happy when the teachers changed their mind. I can't imagine not playing on the same team as Casey and Samantha. Even today, there are kids who tease me, or call me a boy name, or ignore me altogether. This makes me feel crummy. Then I remember that the kids who get to know me usually want to be my friend. They say I'm one of the nicest girls at school. I don't mind being different. Different is special. I think what matters most is what a person is like inside. And inside, I am happy. I am having fun. I am proud. I am Jazz. All right. Thank you for listening.